about this incident that happened at the Walmart in Florida, which is all over the news. It's all over X. It's all over Instagram. It's all over the place. And you may have seen the video. It's where a woman shoots a man dead in a Walmart parking lot. And the story has been reported that it was a fight over a parking space in the parking lot. And I have seen all of the video and images of the incident that have been released so far. So everything that I am sharing with you is based on the latest information that's available here on, the 3rd of July at 4:36 a.m. So things could change. Now, when there's an incident in the news that's a controversy that involves a shooting like this Walmart incident here in Florida, I usually don't talk about it when it first breaks because, and I didn't. This story has been going around for a couple of days, and there was just a little clip of video that we've seen over and over, basically on continuous loop, where she's in a parking spot. He walks over to her, she pulls out the gun and shoots him. Well, I posted all of the video and an image of everything that is available as of the moment that I'm speaking to you right now on my X at Brian Craig Show. So you can go and watch the video and look at the photograph that I'm going to describe and fact check me on this, okay? Because it's all there. Now, again, that's everything I'm going to share is at this moment in time. The only video footage we've seen is various footage from witnesses' cell phone cameras and one still picture. We've not seen the Walmart parking lot surveillance footage yet, which will show us more. Okay. And you got to remember, when people start filming in an incident in a parking lot, they're not just walking around filming. Something happens and then they grab their phone and film it. So a lot of the footage you see in the beginning doesn't put into context what happened, but we've got a lot of context now. And when this story broke, and it's all over all social media, all of it. Um, People were saying that it was a bad shoot, that the woman should be arrested, she should go to jail, that that this was a murder in the parking lot, and that she overreacted. Well, if you watch the video that I posted on my X at Brian Craig Show, and there's a still photograph as well. And it comes from a local news station here in Miami, WSVN 7 in Miami. And it is very true that they were in a disagreement over a parking space. They were both waiting for a space. There's a still photograph a witness took before the incident happened where the guy who was shot dead, obviously before he was shot dead, actually parked his car blocking the space, trying to prevent her from getting in. The space is this way, and he had parked his car like this to try to block her from getting in the space. He moved his car out of the way. She pulled in and parked. And then he got pissed. He went and parked his car somewhere else, and he came back to the parking space to confront her. And she's a woman, and she was alone based on everything we know. Well, she still is a woman. She's a woman who was alone based on everything we know right now. The man comes up and starts yelling at her and confronting her, and she pulls out her handgun. And, of course, she pulls out the handgun because he came very aggressively towards her. He's yelling at her, I'm sure. We don't have any audio, just silent video, and he's going towards her. Even after she has the gun pulled, she continues to back away. In fact, what you're not seeing in most of the footage online, that's why I posted all of this on my X at Brian Craig Show. Please watch it. The woman not only backs away, she walks away. She walks away. She goes to another parking space, and in front of a parked van, he follows her. She keeps backing. She's got the gun pulled, pointed at him. He keeps following her. She's walking away backwards and sideways. She goes into another parking space in front of a parked van. She goes around the parked vehicle. He continues to follow her around this entire vehicle with the gun pulled. She comes back to where the most of the video clips that you're seeing her at, and he still comes forward towards her, and that's when she shot him in the stomach, and he died shortly after that. Um, it's a god awful incident. There's no question about it. But based on the video that I've seen so far, now again, that is only at this point in time. If new video comes out that shows something different, I'm open minded. But based on the video that I'm seeing right now, sadly, it was a good shoot. And what I mean by sadly is I don't want to see anyone get shot and killed in a fight over a parking space. But I believe that the woman had a legitimate fear for her safety. The guy followed her as she was walking away with the gun pulled around a van into another parking space. That's pretty scary, not just for a woman, but for anyone with an aggressive person like that in the parking lot. So the guy, he screwed up. He shouldn't have done that. When the gun came out, he should have backed up. He didn't. And he got very aggressive and was following her. So based on what we're seeing right now, I think it is a textbook stand your ground. She did everything right. Okay. She did everything right. She tried to get away from him. She had her gun pulled. She tried to get away from him, and he kept following her as she was trying to escape. I think she had more than a reasonable suspicion that he was going to do something. She did. It's a sad thing, but she did what she had to do. And if you watch all of the video that's available right now, not just that little clip, I think any reasonable person would agree. Okay. And, there's always going to be a racial element when, you have people of different skin colors. The woman who's the shooter is black. The guy who was shot dead is a white guy and a veteran. And so you got they may try to make a race issue out of it. Now, the reports I saw, the woman has not been identified. The shooter's not been identified. But the reports that I've seen so far from the local news here in Florida, where it happened, is that they did not arrest her at the scene. Exactly. It has nothing to do with race, but I think people will always try to make racial issues out of these. The guy was very aggressive, very scary, especially for a woman. But for a man, I think if it was a man, I think it would also be a, justifiable shooting. But for a woman, I think it's extra frightening to have a man that aggressive who was, even if she had the gun pulled, was being aggressive and following her as she tried to escape behind another vehicle. And you could clearly see it in the video. And people that are just showing the clip of the final couple of seconds, including the media that are just showing that part, are being so irresponsible. It's journalistic malpractice. You can watch all the video that's available right now on my X at Brian Craig Show. And I want to hear from you on the morning show today. In about an hour, I'll be live in the studio taking your calls. And I have two big stories I want to cover. The one story is about Kash Patel having an FBI informant wired up, doing this sting on Gavin Newsom, is what my lead is going to be. But I'm also going to cover this story. And I hope to hear. I don't think anyone who's a rational, reasonable person, and that includes my fellow MAGA gun owners. I'm a gun owner. In Florida, we have open carry, and you can conceal carry without a permit. So we have constitutional carry in Florida. So she was legally in possession of the weapon based on what we know now. But the police didn't arrest her, and they ran her name, so she doesn't have any felony convictions, or they would have arrested her for having the gun, which they did not do. It's really a sad thing. Now, the man's daughter's doing a lot of interviews, and she's upset, and and a lot of the stories are focusing around that. But parking lot, parking lot, parking space arguments can escalate. I would never get into an argument with someone over a parking space, especially in Florida, because I just assume everyone has a gun. So if you've seen the video, Give me a yes or no in the chat. Do you think that the woman was justified? If you've seen the full video, not the couple of seconds that most people are showing, and I think it's clear that she was in the right. No doubt in my mind based on what I've seen. If something else comes out, I'm open to it. But even if she started the initial argument about the space and was in the wrong about stealing it, him following her like he did changes everything. Yeah, it's a sad thing. I mean, obviously the guy lost his life, and that's sad and terrible. But the woman, I think, had very good reason to be scared based on the way he reacted. So I'm going to cover it, and the reason I'm talking about it here now is because it took me a little bit of time to find the full footage that's available. It's not readily available. I found it on a local news station here in Miami, WSVN Channel 7, and as well as the photograph of him parking and blocking the space, trying to stop her from getting in. And I'm hoping you guys will go to my X and watch the video, Brian Craig Show on X, and that way you can call me and we can have like an informed discussion about it. And I very much want to hear people's opinions. So please go to my X and Brian Craig Show and watch the full video and look at that image of where his car was blocking the space. Because I mean, if you look at that 2 seconds of video, it's a 50-50, right? But if you see him following her around the other vehicle as she's trying to escape with the gun pulled, walking sideways and backwards, and he follows her around another car completely back to the spot where the shooting eventually happened, it changes everything about the incident. And I'm so pissed off that the media are not showing the full video, that they're just showing those clips. If you're new to my channel, my name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure you subscribe. I'll be live in the studio in about an hour, and I'll be taking your calls live on the live stream. And the toll-free number will be pinned in the chat on that live stream, so you'll see the number there. But I want to hear all your opinions on it. I don't know what you mean, the Yeti, by the victim card again. I don't. No. It's, if you watch the whole video, it's clear. It's very clear. It was a textbook stand your ground incident. Textbook. But obviously I feel bad for him. I mean, he lost his life, but I feel bad for her too. I mean, she's in this. He put her in this position. Now, I hope we get to see the Walmart parking lot footage in its entirety soon. That would be helpful to see. It would help things a lot. But I don't know if we'll see that anytime soon. If it exists, we don't even know if it exists. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Yeah. So all that footage is on my X at Brian Craig Show. Please watch it. The full video that's available as of this moment in time is not easy to find. And I was really surprised at some of the responses from some conservatives yesterday about the issue. They were siding with the guy that got shot. And when you watch that video, I just don't see how you cannot say it's a good shoot, textbook stand your ground. I just don't. I don't understand that. It is clear stand your ground. No question about it. So that's going to be one story I cover today. My lead story, which is in the thumbnail of the video, is about the Kash Patel FBI undercover rat that he had wearing a wire in the Gavin Newscomb surveillance, which is going to be, that's a great story, and we got to cover that because Kash Patel, since Pam Bondi left, the Justice Department's been doing so much great work. Dan Bongino should have stuck it out, but he didn't, so he's missing out. But since Pam Bondi left, the Justice Department is been working hardcore. Pam Bondi burned an entire year, which is why the Never Trumpers The Jeb Bush Republicans wanted her there probably. She wasted an entire year. If you don't see her anywhere. She's like in the witness protection program. Welcome everyone. Welcome again. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And it's Friday, which means open phones on Friday's show, guys. Open MAGA Mike Friday, and on Friday's show, you can call in about any and everything on your mind. You know, me. Indeed. Trump fired her because she wasn't doing anything. If she was basically an obstructionist. She was obstructing justice, not wielding it. Not for the people like Gavin Newsom and others. I mean, would Comey have been arrested if Pam Bondi was Attorney General still? No. No way. No freaking way. Yep, TGIF. That's right. No, the Walmart incident, I mean, it's a sad incident. People get crazy in parking lots over parking spaces and anytime they're on the road in vehicles. I don't know what happens to people, but things can escalate, and they can escalate quick. There was an incident at a Walmart here in South Florida where a woman, after an argument over a parking spot, shot a man dead. And there's a controversy as to whether or not it was a justifiable shooting. And with the video that's out, I'm saying that it was classic stand your ground. And it's so important for us as conservatives to stand up for those who stand their ground, because you could be next, right? You don't want to be lynched by the media. But you watch that full video that's available as of this moment, and she did everything to get away from that guy. He was very confrontational. He was following her. And as a gun owner, I would say she did everything right, including after. I think she might have been. It looked like she called the police, and she put her gun on the roof of the car and waited for the police and everything. Now the police they did not arrest her at the scene. They let her go. So that tells me the police on the scene, who very well may have looked over the Walmart parking lot footage, if that area has cameras in it. But they ruled it a stand your ground at the scene. Now it's up to the prosecutor now. But you got to feel bad for the lady. Got to feel bad for her. Welcome everyone. If you're new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe. Okay. Now in the next stream, I'll be taking your live calls. I'm going to lead with the Kash Patel Gavin Newsom story and go through that, because that's Kash Patel's really just doing a great job. And then I'm going to get into this story. But like I said earlier in the stream, I'm talking about this Walmart parking lot incident because the video that the media are showing and that's trending online doesn't show the part where she tried to get away and he was following her around the other vehicle. And I posted that up on my X at Brian Craig Show, and I'm hoping all of you will go and watch it and then share your opinion with me on the show this morning about whether or not you think it was a justifiable stand your ground incident. And I think there is zero question that it was. It was absolutely a stand your ground incident. I feel really bad for everyone involved. But the guy was out of control. Out of control. She shot him in the stomach. The car's telling me I'm too close to the curb, I guess. Oop, almost dropped the phone. Little earthquake there. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. I mean, have you all seen, have any of you seen the full video that I'm talking about? Because that will change your perspective big time if you've seen the full video. All right, guys, I'm going to take off. Starbucks is about to open. I definitely need some coffee. But a little less than an hour, I'll be live on the mainstream in the studio taking your calls on all these issues. My name is Brian Craig. This